I think that we can kick this off, right? It's been 4 minutes since the start of the space. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm here undercover on the Rootstock account. My name is Marco Santos. I am the community manager for Rootstock, and you can find me usually at Marco Dini Santo, which is my X handle. It's still strange to say X handle, right? It seems like it's my former handle. It's not. It's my current. Ah, come on, Elon. So, and with me, I have Niklaus Knecht. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Sorry about that, but it's not easy. It's not easy. One of the co-founders of AirGap, and also Alejandro Caballero, head of integrations at IOV Labs. Welcome, guys. I will hand it over to you in 2 seconds. Just to say that I'm very happy to see you to see both of the companies working together. I think we have very similar values, and and it's a great fit even for communities. I always talk about communities because it's my thing, but it's communities that care a lot about security, and that's why I believe that both companies fit very well with each other. But without further ado, let's kick this off. And I was stalling to get more people in, and we already have some people in. um, so we're talking about an awesome integration, and I would like to kick this off by asking Niklaus, that's on the AirGap account, tell us about this integration and the reason behind it, and afterwards Alejandro can follow your lead. Please go ahead.
Sure. Hey, thanks, Marco. Thank you very much for having me here. First of all, yeah, you pronounced it perfectly correctly. My name is Nicholas Knecht, or Connect. Some people say Connect. So since we are connecting with the Rootstock community, it's pretty nice.
And I would also like to ask you guys to present each other, of course.
Sure, absolutely. So as mentioned before, my name is Nick. I'm from the AirGap team. AirGap is an open source cold wallet solution. We are from Switzerland, and our product was launched back in 2017. And since day one, it's completely open source and also completely free to use. Since 2017, we have constantly added more and more security features because our aim was always to build an accessible and secure cold wallet for the masses. So to quickly introduce AirGap and how you can get started with it, it's quite simple. You can take a spare smartphone, an old phone, and simply turn it into a cold wallet by using the AirGap Vault. You can download it for iOS, Android, and you can also download it from GitHub. So you're completely independent where you get it from. And now maybe people then ask me like, so how does communication works with those two smartphones? Like the second one would be the hot wallet. And it's super simple because we are using QR codes to communicate between the hot wallet and the cold wallet. And yeah, we've been doing that since back in 2017, and we have gotten more and more traction. And some time ago, somebody from Rootstock actually reached out to us and said like, hey, you have an awesome solution here. Can we do an integration? Can we work together? And we were actually quite surprised and impressed what Rootstock has built then. And since we also have like a huge Bitcoin community at AirGap, we decided to give it a go. And we were actually also working on a new feature which is called isolator module, and it was like the perfect fit for this project, for this
we'll get to
for
that.
working together.
We'll get
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah. I will not. I will not talk too
later.
much about that. Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, how shall I say? So the air gap solution has added over the years quite a lot of security features that make it more comfortable for users to store their coins securely. There are multiple ones, like for example, we added BIP85, we added coin flip and dice roll entropy collection. We have a special secure key generation feature, which is using the camera, the movement, and the audio, and also touch to create a truly random secret. And maybe one thing that makes me actually quite proud about AirGap is we are not only limited to just one seed phrase, one secret. You can actually have as many secrets as you want on our solution and manage them there. So compared to other cold wallet solutions that only allow you having just one as secret, so that's quite beneficial.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a good impression or a good understanding on what AirGap is doing and how it works.
And what does it mean to Rootstock users, Alejandro?
Hey, hey everyone. Happy to be here. Hey, Nick. Um, well, it means a lot. And I want to say that we, from the integration and support team here in Rootstock, um, we knew about AirGap like 2 years ago. We started working on integration, yeah, like 2 years ago. It wasn't just by chance. We found a wallet that was open source. That is one of the things that we care the most, and self custodial. That's another important thing. And something that I found I found very interesting about AirGap is like I see AirGap as the right wallet for those people that maybe can't have access to a hardware wallet, or are in the way, this in this journey, in this crypto journey, when you start maybe using at the beginning a hot wallet, and then maybe a custodial wallet, and then you are moving to a more secure way. I think AirGap is great. It's great. It's great because of that, because it gives users like a lot of security. The thing about having the vault and the wallet in two different like applications, I think is great, and you can have like a very high security, and it's a way to access. I mean, we foster for everyday DeFi, and I think this kind of wallet is for that. Is for everyone. Is for everyday DeFi, for people that maybe can't afford a hardware wallet, and are concerned about security, and they want to do their transactions in the safest way. So I think AirGap is great for that. Um, yeah, and we are. I think the integration couldn't happen at the beginning just because of this, because of AirGap is very concerned about security. I think we brought like a good problem to AirGap, because they wanted to. I mean, they had to think, okay, how can we accept, or how can we integrate other networks that we are not doing the integration in-house. So I think that's how we, in the end, how they move to this isolated modules way. And yeah, we are proud to be the first network integrating with that new architecture. So yeah, we are very happy about having this integration in a
Okay.
personal way, and from the team and I think the whole Rootstock
And
ecosystem.
let me add a personal touch here as well, Alejandro. So uh, I have a cold storage wallet of a very well known brand. I'm not gonna name it, but it's very small. Wink. And you guys can probably figure out what it is. I would call it like nano small. um, and yeah, on the day it broke because I had some issues with the little screen, and I could not see anything anymore. So it was a pain. On the day it broke, curiously, it was the day that I met AirGap. Um, so yeah, for me it was a natural shift. Um, for let me tell you first, because I didn't know AirGap that well at the time. I knew it because I knew that we were partnering up with you guys, but I was amazed to see that maybe I'm getting a little bit more security this way, and perhaps you want to talk about this, Niklas, and also explain to us why cold storage is such an important thing.
Yeah, sure. So cold storage is super important because uh, everything that is online can be hacked, as we have all learned. Like especially like keeping your coins on an exchange is an absolute no-no. We have learned that in the last years multiple times, but also keeping it on a normal wallet that is connected to the internet uh, is kind of dangerous. As mentioned before, it can be hacked, and therefore you need to store it somewhere completely offline. So no hackers can access it. There are multiple ways in how you can do that. You can write it on your seed phrase. You can write your seed phrase on a piece of paper or engrave it into a metal plate, but that's a bit difficult to handle afterwards. So what we are offering is something completely offline. You take your old smartphone, install the AirGap Vault on it, and then put it into flight mode, and making sure that it never touches the internet ever again. And through that, you can be assured that nobody can steal your seed phrase ultimately.
Okay, that's seems almost perfect solution. So the only risk is somebody taking it out of airplane mode, right? And yeah, that's. I mean, it's not something that happens very often. um,
Well, one thing that I would like to add here as well, maybe something additionally to like you talked before about the ledger. And nowadays, I would say 90% of the population, or let's say 80% of the population, know what a ledger is, right? And when you flash it around in a coffee shop or something like that, people know, oh, okay, this guy has something with him. But like having a second uh, partially broken old phone, like with a broken screen, nobody would ever suspect that there is a that you store your seed phrase on this one. So it's also quite beneficial in that way.
yeah, I haven't thought about it. That's actually it's quite interesting to be able to mask your seed phrase in that way. All right, Alejandro. We already talked a bit about what Rootstock users will gain from this partnership, but what I wanted to know is that what what's special about it, and what was done on Rootstock part to integrate with AirGap.
Yeah, well, especially is everything that was said. I would say the last thing that Nick said, I think is a good summary. Uh, yeah, I mean, we like this kind of wallets, wallets that are self-custodial, wallets that are super secure. But we also, I mean, we don't. We want wallets to have to be like part of a user journey. Um, we think that the wallet, a good wallet, should be connected with some some other things. And also AirGap has that. Um, with AirGap, it's not just a wallet. You can have other features like you know, connecting with a ramp, connected with a swap, and I think that's what we are looking for as the second step. The integration, the first step is the integration, supporting the obviously the RBTC as native coins, the tokens, but then the challenge is to keep building and let users like have a full experience around the wallet. So that's what we are looking for here. And I think AirGap is a not only a great wallet for that, but it's also a great partner to build this together. So I have really great expectations about this. So yeah, it's about keep building. I mean, we have like some maybe low hanging fruits about possible things. We know that AirGap is supporting, for example, Mount Pelerin, and also Mount Pelerin is supporting Rootstock. So there we have an opportunity uh, to connect, to get RBTC directly through in AirGap, connecting with Mount Pelerin, and maybe the same kind of experience with other providers, other partners. So it's really exciting what we can do here. So I think that could be my vision about this integration for the future.
You mentioned Mount Pelerin. Um, I wanted to take the opportunity to invite everyone to, and all of our partners and all of our friends, because on our Discord we call them friends. And we have recently created a channel on Discord where you guys can
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
do some networking. So please feel free to join, Nicholas. You'll get, of course, a personal invitation in your DMs. But everyone else, if you haven't already, please join our Discord. Interesting things are happening there. And yeah, after selling my fish, I'm gonna ask you, Nicholas, about isolated modules. Now, that's a cool feature that you guys want to stand out. Why is that?
So AirGap used to be like with isolated modules. We decided to completely rewire AirGap and clean up everything that we have done in the past and set up everything fresh. Meaning, and this resulted that each protocol that we have integrated is now completely separated from the others, which increases the security additionally. And on top of that, through that, we enabled that other parties, third parties, can build their own integration and sideload them into AirGap. So when Rootstock reached out to us, we said like, hey, this is a perfect fit. You want to have RBTC integrated into AirGap, and we have now this new setup. Let's do that together. And we then did a security review, of course, like an audit of what Rootstock has built. And then we integrated it. So now with Isolator module, basically everybody can add their own protocol on top of AirGap. If you're a fan of XYZ chain or whatever, just build it, sideload it to AirGap, and then you're ready, set, go.
Very, very cool. And I'd like to know that integration with Rootstock was the seed for the new for the new um, functionality to come out and to be invented. I know that you guys have prepared some documentation for Rootstockers to learn how to work with AirGap, right?
Yes, exactly. So we have everything is documented. You can find it on our website, on AirGap.it, on our specific support or documentation website, which is support.airgap.it. There you find a video where it explains to you like how AirGap works and how you can get started with RBTC on AirGap, like how to add it. And yeah, it's quite simple. I will later share the link underneath this Twitter space so everybody can have a look and get started right away.
That will be awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you said get started right away. That means that the update for the app is already out, right?
Yes, exactly. It's out since a couple of days. So just go to the Google Play Store or the App Store, search for AirGap Vault, and you can get started right away. And just for you to know, Rootstock is shipped with, or RBTC is shipped with this version. So you don't need to sideload it or anything, since we have already done an audit of the code.
Yeah, I was asking this because I saw when I loaded the wallet, I saw that one of the changes I saw the key changes was the rootstock support, and I was really happy about it. So yeah, it was a question to which I already knew the answer. Sorry about that, but I wanted you to tell everybody. Um, so what I'm going to ask you both is if you guys can share what's ahead. I mean, what's next? Alejandro, want to
Yeah,
start?
well, yeah. I next, I think it's about adoption. Is working together for like have campaigns together and tell the Rootstock world that they can use AirGap and the benefits of it. That's about adoption, but then and co-marketing and doing like initiatives together. But then is what I said before. I think this is the first step. I would like to see much more functionality uh, for Rootstock on AirGap. So it's about keep building. That's the future I see.
Same for me, to be honest. Like we are now entering this new world, and we are planning to first get to know the whole community, understand like what is thriving them, what they want, what they need, and then listen to the people and listen, of course, to Alejandro, what could be interesting to build together. And of course, to marketing together, spread the word, spread the gospel of Rootstock and also of AirGap. And we will try hard to also inform our community that this new integration has happened and how great it is and how much they can benefit from it.
And before opening up to the listeners and see if somebody has a question to make, I would like to say that maybe, I mean not maybe, for it's a pretty sure thing. Um, so Nicholas was kind enough to prepare a giveaway, of course, AirGap, for all you guys. And if you want to talk about it, Nicholas.
Yeah, sure. So we have a bit
It's
a small giveaway. Oh, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So we have a giveaway, a small giveaway. We handing out two metal plates. We have at the AirGap shop where we are selling metal plates where you can engrave your seed phrase in it and store it securely as an additional backup, because you never know what can happen and so on and so forth. That's one thing that we are handing out. And the second one is we're giving away a AirGap knock solution, which is, how shall I explain that in the easiest way? This is a additional AirGap solution, which makes sure that you can never yourself turn the phone back onto online mode. So basically how it works is you take a spare smartphone, you scan a QR code, and then the whole phone gets set up by itself. And since it is a device manager, it locks the device completely and makes sure it will never touch the internet again, and that you can only open up the AirGap vault on this very device. So this is the premium solution, so to speak, from AirGap.
Yeah, I was hoping that you mentioned it early when I said that what could happen is somebody putting it back online, because I already seen this solution and I find this amazing. So yeah, that's what I was trying for, to speak about when I said that. Thank you very much. I would like now to open it to our listeners, and whoever wants to speak, just put your hand up. Let me see here.
Maybe one thing regarding the giveaway, how it works. So we do a random pick of, and like we would like you guys to afterwards, after this Twitter space, to write what you like about Rootstock and what is your question or what is your point of view about AirGap. And we will try to answer them, of course, immediately. And we will then afterwards pick two winners. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Lucky listeners. So this is only valid for listeners, right?
Yes, exactly.
Cool, cool, cool. So who wants to go first? I mean, the first is always the hardest one, right? So who wants to ask the first question? Come on, not everybody at the same time, please. um, okay. We don't have questions being made. Aha, we have one. So, Sheko Hex. Okay, I'm gonna add you as speaker, Sheko Hex. Go ahead. still connecting? There you go. I'm going to ask you to present yourself. So say what do you do, and what is the question?
Yeah, you can call me Chico Hex. I'm a developer, a software developer. I'm using AirGap for like 2 or 3 years now. I like the idea about integrating uh, Rootstock and also um, integrating the isolated modules. And my question actually about the isolated modules and whether is it possible to use isolated modules to add new features, for example, like supporting new stuff that AirGap doesn't support right now, like multi-sig or safe, Genesis safe or stuff like that, or it's just for supporting new chains or new protocols. That's just my.
Thanks, Chico X. Thank you very much, and for the question. And it's makes me super happy to hear that you have been a user of AirGap for quite some time. So for the moment, with isolated modules, it's focusing just for further integrations of networks, but we might open this up in the future to also allow additional security features to be integrated. If you're planning to do like multi-sig, integrate multi-sig, just reach out to us and then we can see how this can be made possible.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sheikhoix. I'm going to now let Michael speak. Same thing, Michael. Please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello, my name is Michael. I am a Bitcoin Reach leader, community leader in Zimbabwe. So I wanted to ask you, will it be available on Play Store and even will it be PC compatible, the AirGap?
So what do you mean by PC compatible? You mean the AirGap Vault? So is the question that you are planning to install the AirGap Vault on a computer? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
We used to have something like that in the past, but this is no longer maintained. So currently, this is not really possible. So only with the smartphone.
Okay. So even around most countries, will one be able to download it on Play Store as well? Because at times, if an individual tries to download a certain app in a certain country space, it says it's not available there. Will it be available in Zimbabwe?
Yes. So what you can do, so theoretically it should be available everywhere globally on the Play Store or the App Store. But of course, there are countries with some certain restrictions or which have no access to the Play Store, such as, for example, China. So for such countries or such situation, we also offer to the people to download AirGap Vault and the AirGap Wallet from GitHub directly. So you simply download it, put it on a SD card or a USB stick, and then sideload it to the smartphone, and then you can get started.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I can share afterwards in the comments a link how you can do that.
Thank you very much, Michael. I'm gonna now let Alexandria ask a question. Same thing. So I'm gonna ask you to introduce yourself and then to ask the question. Just a sec. Adding a speaker. Done. Still connecting. Aha. We have sound.
Yeah. So it's not really much of a question. It's just to reply to Michael's statement. Is sometimes even if a country says that you're not allowed to download the application, it will say like non-available, because I've seen that with a lot of hot wallets or Bitcoin wallets in a Pacific region. You can literally just go to your to your Apple store and just change your region, and then you're allowed to you basically able to download almost anything that you want. So regardless of whether you're in China, Zimbabwe, South Sudan, or one of the 30 countries that have sanctions, you should be able to kind of just change your region or use a VPN and bypass a lot of these restrictions for Bitcoin wallets or air gaps.
Thank you for your insight, Alexandria. Very cool. Very cool. And I will now review from speakers. And anyone else? Or we can wrap it up. I don't know. Alejandro, Nicholas, do you guys want to address like a final message to the listeners, to the community?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me on your Twitter space. I'm really looking forward to get to know the whole community, and so you will see me on Discord and so on and so forth, floating a bit around, trying to answer some
Let us know
questions.
your Discord handle so that we can speak to you.
Okay. Oh, I don't have it on hand. It's something Nick Nook or something like that. It's way too long. However, and I'm really excited to build together with Rootstock and go beyond just this integration and become really a part of of this whole ecosystem. And for everybody who now is interested in AirGap, just check out our website, AirGap.it, or just search us on Twitter, for example, or on YouTube, AirGap_IT. You will find us. And there you find all the documentations, like how to get started. We have quite a lot of video tutorials, etc., etc. So, yeah. Do it now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alejandro?
No, same here. I'm very happy of sharing this time with you and to see all the people that attended this call. Some of them already using AirGap. So yeah, I really hope that you also the ones that are already AirGap users that try. Rootstock with AirGap and share your experience and give us feedback, because it's the way to keep building and we are building for you. I mean, it's not we want to serve better our users, so we need your feedback. Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, thank you all of you. And Nick, always a pleasure meeting you. So yeah, thank you.
And I think we
Cheers.
could
Maybe one last thing. I just want to remind the listeners, drop your further questions in the comment or let us know why you love Rootstock or why you love AirGap. So so we can give away the metal plates and the AirGap Knox. And for those of you who will not win the one of those two prizes, we have a coupon code of 20% for the AirGap shop, which is called Rootstock. Just type that in and you get 20% off. I hope that's fine.
Yeah. Might as well use it myself. Okay. I lost you guys for a bit. Are you there?
I'm still there, yeah.
Okay. I completely stopped seeing everything. Okay, so thank you very much to everyone. I think we couldn't end in a better tone, which was something that Nick, you and Alejandro both said. Building together for the community. I think it's what really this is all about, right? And what the Web3 community is all about, and especially the Bitcoin community is all about. Thank you very much to everyone. See you on the next spaces. Don't forget to subscribe to our socials. I mean, I want to see you on Discord. Come on, and see you on the next Rootstock spaces, maybe called Root Talks. Who knows? See you.
See you. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.